Today we're diving into Claude's new project feature and how it has been changing my workflow these past few days. It is awesome. Let's dive into it. To showcase its capabilities, I'm going to be exploring a topic that everyone has on their mind, AI's impact on the job market. Let's get started. First, let's create a new project in Claude's workspace. If you open up Claude, you might see this new thing right here, literally in purple, new, introducing projects. What we're gonna do, you can click on this and it'll give you like a demo version and like instructions on how to do it, but we're just gonna create our own. So what I'm gonna do is go up to the top left, highlight over the Claude, you'll see this pop up. So now we have the option to start a new chat, which is the standard way of doing things. You've seen that in GPT as well. And now we can do projects. So we have two projects in here. You can start to see what I've been using it for and why. I've been helping me write scripts through this project feature. I haven't been using any other feature, and working out. So what we're gonna do is go to the top right and we're gonna create a new project. It's gonna ask us, what are we working on and what are we trying to achieve? I'm gonna put in my title that I want. I'm gonna create AI in the future of work. This is not like your system prompt, so I'm just gonna honestly put the same thing as. You can label it if you want, and if you're sharing this with other people, which we'll talk about later, probably be a good thing to actually put something descriptive in what you guys are doing within this project. All right, now we have created our project. Let's just break down real quick what's on the screen. Right here, you're gonna see your normal chat. What you're gonna be able to do is add content to that specific chat. You can change what version of Claude you are using. Right now, 3.5 Sonnet is it, so I'm using that. And what you're gonna do is just start a normal chat. So those chats will start to build up in here. That's different from then normally they'll build up on the sides over here. You're gonna see all your chats in your project getting accumulated down here. So this is what really brings the magic to this whole scenario. So the instructions, what I like about this is you can tell the GPT what you're doing, how to act, how to respond, what it's looking for, and that'll apply to any chat you use throughout this whole system. The difference between this and like GPT is GPT has like a system prompt that works on all of GPT no matter what. Most often I don't want that. I just want my instructions for specific use cases that I'm doing. So that's why I love this. I can say, hey, I'm a script writer. You're gonna write scripts for my YouTube channel, and it knows that. So I only do those chats in here, but if I wanted to ask a random question about analytics, it's not gonna try to create a script around it. That's like a whole separate thing. I like how it puts it into like its own area. So now watch this. I'm actually going to upload a variety of relevant documents to inform our analysis that we're going to be executing through this project. So what you're going to do is simply drag and drop all the files that you want. And I'm going to just put them into here, drag them into here. You'll see that they're uploading. I am installing some pretty big files, not gonna lie. So what I did is I put in some research papers that came out in 2023, looking at job markets, where's everything going, how is AI gonna affect everything. I pulled these from some sources. Like I said, they are PDFs. So now it's gonna be able to pull from that knowledge whenever I need to. I don't have to keep giving it to the LLM. And doesn't matter what chat I create within this project, it'll reference it. This is awesome. All right, feature number 2 that is so important with this is the ability to create custom instructions. So what you're gonna do is go right here and you're actually gonna be able to just click this, prompt up a window, and now you can put in whatever instructions you want that's gonna help you in your project. So what I'm gonna do is paste over some instructions that are gonna be useful for us. So act as an expert in AI technology and labor economics. Use data-driven insights and cite your sources when possible. Focus on practical implications for both employers and employees. So this is just framing it. What does it need to be thinking about? How does it want to execute? I love this. So we're gonna hit save. And so now it has the research and knows how to act. And we've done all this before even creating a chat. Don't have to, but I suggest it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is actually test this out. We're gonna start a new conversation and let's see how Claude uses this uploaded documents within the conversation. So I'm gonna go over here, just type it into here. So I'm gonna say, based on the uploaded documents, what are the key ways AI is currently impacting the job market? All you have to do is hit send and this answer will pop up lickety split. So nice. Contemplating, standing by. So the big difference is that what that means is actually going and checking the documentation, which is really cool. Great. Automation of routine tasks, AI and robotics, increased capabilities. Great, great, great. It pulled out McKinsey Global Institute. So one of the reports I put in was from McKinsey. Starts to show what they are predicting, the creation of new jobs, changing the nature of existing job, increased productivity, skills shift and reskilling is going to happen, impact of job quality. Yeah, great. So I was able to pull from everything that I gave it, the knowledge, which is super cool because then now you can start to go back and forth and ask questions. So maybe you have a new job report that just came out or new analytics for your team or whatever, put them in. Now your team can go back and forth and start to do different things with that knowledge all in here, not having to redo it every time, and you can work together. All right, so moving on. Claude can also generate various types of content, which we call artifacts. Let's try these out. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go down to the bottom, add a new chat. So what I'm gonna say is create an infographic summarizing the top 5 skills needed for AI-driven job markets of the future. We'll send that. This is gonna activate Claude's artifact abilities. It'll usually put the chat over to the left. And all right, so what I'm gonna do is go in here and you can see that it didn't quite do it right the first time. So I actually wanted to show you the difference I made. So what I did was say, create a visual infographic summarizing the top 5 skills needed for AI-driven job markets in the future. But this is what I added. I want Claude to be able to show this on the right. This is kind of what we're talking about. So I said, use Claude's artifacts to show. So what you're gonna see is now it's running, it's creating the top 5, it's gonna run a bunch of code, don't be nervous. It'll then show you the code, boom. And then it's gonna explain it on the left. So top 5 skills during the AI-driven job market: technology fluency, data analysis, adaptability and continuous learning, critical thinking and problem solving, emotional intelligence and collaboration. I cannot agree more, it's fun. That's a lot of not hard skills, it's a lot of who you are. It's interesting. All right. So moving on, Claude Projects isn't just for text, it actually can handle code too. Let's see that in action. So what I want to do is create a new chat. So I'm back in the beginning, I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to say write a Python script to analyze the job posting data and identify trends in AI related job growth. And then I'm going to say show this in the artifacts window. See what it does. So because, like I said, it's from the project, it already has the context and the information that I fed it from earlier. We shouldn't have to redo anything. So right now, as it's going through all the documents that I gave it, it's pulling out the relevant information and it's going to start writing. So what it did is it created 2 different things for us to look at, and you can see them by these little boxes, which is really nice. So the first one is AI related job posting trends. So you can start to see how many jobs are going up over the years, clearly going up, makes sense. And then top skills required. So visualize that data as well. So the number 1 skill being machine learning, then Python, then deep learning, TensorFlow, language processing, computer vision, kind of shows you. It's really cool. I don't know how accurate this stuff is. I don't know if the data I really gave it is good enough to do all this, but this is kind of how you can start to visualize data for your different stuff. It's really nice. All right, moving on to another feature on projects and why they're so awesome. Its persistent context across conversations is amazing. I want to show you an example. So what I'm going to do is start a new conversation under the new project. So what I'm going to do is click on the top, open it up. You see the 2 that we've already created, and now we have access to another one. All right, and let's see if it can make some callbacks. So what I'm going to say is referring to our earlier discussion on AI's impact on jobs. What strategies can employees use to adapt to these changes? So we haven't talked about it in this thread, so it's going to have to pull from these different sources. So it's thinking deeply, which is indicating that it's going through our old threads. It's not just coming up with it right there. It's actually going back. And then bada bing, bada boom. Based on your research, here you go. And so now it's pulled from all the different things. I'm seeing some of the same information popping up. Great. So now you can see how Claude actually remembered and is able to discuss our old documents that we've already talked about. This persistence context allows for deeper and more coherent research over time. This is why it's so huge. I love this projects feature. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I want to see what you guys are using this new projects features for. Have an amazing rest of your day.